Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I had some really good, long, deep conversations with some board members, and the decision is that we didn't get in this situation overnight, and we're not going to try to rush to get out of this situation. We're going to take our time and really vet out these statements that people have made about certain items. And I've got a list of 7 critical theoretical items. Not specific details, but more like, okay, this is a concern that has led to these 10 different examples. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, we've been going over those, and the next step is for us to have a side meeting and really delve into what's really going on, what resolutions really have occurred in the past, not just what has been said has been done or resolved, but what's really going on. And so that's where we are. We are on the point of saying, all right, we're going in there, we're going to meet with people at the top, in the middle, at the bottom. We're going to talk to other alums who have not ever come out and spoken, and see what other people think too, and really get to the bottom of these things. So I feel very confident that the next step is going to be real detailed discovery, and that is much better than a cursory, hey, we looked into this, everything's going great, we're taking care of it, have a great day.
Right. So the detailed discovery, is that, I guess that's going to be probably a lot of interviewing participants. Who's going to be doing those interviews?
At this point, I have a fiduciary responsibility to the board of directors to say, not to disclose too many details about what was on these papers or who they're going to use, but I know that they're going to be board members and outside experts is what I'm gathering.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I think I cut out a little bit. I'm on a cell phone. What was it you said you're not supposed to disclose? What was that? Papers?
Oh, I just have, as a fiduciary responsibility, my role is to be, to make sure I do everything right and make sure I communicate properly and not, I just need to be cognizant of my role as a board and make sure that what we talk about in these board meetings, if there's some things that they say, well, we're going to try to get this person to come over and this person, but if they haven't made that commitment yet, then I can't disclose who we're... Gotcha.
Can you tell me, what areas of expertise you're looking to get people from?
Yeah, we've been wanting to use, for sure, a counselor or clinical psychologist, someone from fitness, like a medical professional. So they're trying to get going with pastoral people with deep, solid theological experience, physicians who would be able to speak as to the fitness component of of some of the complaints. Also, counseling from just between us, I've got some real concerns on some of the things that were shared about how people were treated when they didn't quite fit. Okay, so we're really trying to find the right people that would help us to assess the situation from clinical, counseling, physical, spiritual, and not just use the board or not use insiders from teammates.
Right. And after these people are assembled, do you feel like you guys will disclose who is on that panel? Or is that something that's probably going to remain secret?
I think they're very excited about disclosing it. I think that's going to be a very positive thing.
Okay, great.
They're using, they're wanting to reach out to well-known, qualified experts, and that would be the chairman's responsibility to disclose that, not mine.
Okay. Great, yeah, just because I know that my readers are going to be, interested to know who's doing the, interviewing and the investigating and that kind of a thing. If you're allowed to disclose this, what do you guys, or you personally maybe, see as those 7 critical items?
Yeah, I'm not, those are right now on a
Okay, great. Um, so,
Anyway,
as far as a timeline, I mean, do you guys see this going over just at least the discovery process 6 months? I mean, what are you guys thinking for that?
well, I was just talking with the chairman, and I was asking those same kind of questions because I feel like it's very important he does too. He takes this very, very seriously. It was really nice to be on the phone with people that take it as seriously as I do,
Good, good,
and not have anybody, whitewashing this or sticking their head in the sand.
good.
And so the thing that he says is, I tell my counseling clients all the time, you didn't get into these troubles, and you got into these troubles over 15 years, you're going to get out of them in 30 minutes. So it's going to take a little time. I think the discovery will happen, this very quickly, and I think it's going to be within the next couple of months. So no one has any desire to drag this out because it's kind of yucky.
Right, right.
The longer it's dragged out, the longer you have to deal with, the crap.
Sure.
I hate it.
Sure.
So I think there are several of us that are committed to putting the team in place and getting moving. In fact, there were also members that were a little upset with me and taking my time to get on the story.
Oh,
But I didn't want to leave. I wanted ample time for people to hear. It takes a while to have the viral marketing, viral communication get to everybody.
right.
And of course, we didn't get everybody. But what I didn't want to do is just take a cursory approach and say, I know the first slide to come in that day. It was 49 or 50 some pages long.
Yeah.
And so,
Well, I'm really glad to hear that they're anxious to actually deal with and move forward with this. So that's positive and encouraging.
there are, of course, when it comes down the board, there's differences in opinions about the importance of certain items.
Sure.
But I would say that probably the 3 or 4 most active and influential board members are very serious about this and will not allow it to just get, brushed under the rug.
Good. Good. Well,
So
I'm
I
glad to hear
feel
that.
very good about that. If it were any less than that, I would be horribly disappointed. It's very strong for people to say, wait, we're not going to just do a cursory look. We're going to really dig. We owe it to everybody. We owe it to the new students, to the future students, to the
Right.
alumni. So they're taking it very seriously. Good people.
Good.
They're not the kind of people I hang out with, play golf with, but they're good folks,
Mhm. Mhm. Well, good. Well,
So
I'm glad to hear that.
really good people that are looking at it.
Um.
And, I would say there's some other people. There's some people that are on every board. There are some people that are quiet and don't want to talk to things, So I can talk to every individual specifically, like in our conversation. Every time you call somebody, it's an hour.
Right.
And that's important. But there's some people that don't speak up a lot. I've been calling all the top hard shows.
Let me ask you a different question, and I don't mean this at all to be offensive in any way. I'm just asking because there have been people who used to be in high-level leadership at Team Mania that have written me, and that have expressed some concern that in their experience with the board, and I can't obviously disclose who they are, because you might know them depending how long you've been around, but they've been in board meetings, they've been in a lot of meetings with Ron, and their take on the situation was that things have been suggested to Ron in the past, but that he essentially runs the place and he doesn't change, and that essentially the board has no teeth to make any changes. So I'm curious, maybe what is your response to that? Is that accurate, or are they just maybe seeing things in a different way, or?
I haven't even been on the board a year yet. But if you know my background, I'm the guy that's been face to face with the entire board of trustees and OIU.
Right.
Straight member. So I don't really care.
Right. Well, and I sense that you're legit. I don't really have any concerns about you, just maybe about the rest of the board that have maybe been there for a while, or.
And I think, it is, and I don't know enough about teenagers, so I'm going to this is exactly the
Gotcha.
Out there. But it is what you just described is very common among ministries.
Right.
Very common.
Right.
I don't know how common it is here yet. I haven't had that experience.
Gotcha.
It is possible that the people that you're talking to have a lot more experience than I do. But in this particular case, with what's going on here, there may be enough momentum to make historical trends change.
Gotcha. Okay, well that's good to hear. I mean, I felt like from our conversations, I had confidence that you were, really genuine, and so, I just wanted to get your perspective on that, but I realize you can't say a lot either, so that's cool.
I'm really genuine. I told you the truth. That's a big thing. But I will also tell you, I can't tell you, I can't talk about it. I'm trying my very best to really help the ministry. And if that means that I have to become no longer friends with one or two or five people, I'm okay with that. I've got 2 dogs and a wife who loves me. And all the friends I need.
Right.
But I'm trying to first resolve this working together as a team.
Sure.
And if we can do that, great. Because we don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. We
Right.
really want to keep all the good things in place that we can.
Sure.
But thank you for being patient with me, because it took me all the way to Friday to finally get a hold of the people I needed to and have the really good dialogue here. And I do want to appreciate although, I appreciate your consistent encouragement for me to not just get responses for one person, but to get them from many. And by getting responses from many, I did get a better picture of the elephant.
Good.
You remember the old label?
Sure, yeah. Everybody touches, a different part and think that's what it looks like. Yeah. Well, and I don't know if you had a chance to really read through Ron's letter, but he had said in his letter to all the alumni that the board of directors would issue some sort of a statement. So I don't know if that's something you guys are planning on doing when you start the investigation or towards the end, or?
They will not, they won't put an official statement out without bouncing it off of me first, because I did all the research.
Okay.
There's no way.
Okay.
They won't do it without bouncing it off of Daniel first, and he's not ready to do it.
Right. Well, I was just curious, if you guys had talked about that and what that would look like.
They're not ready to make a cursory statement that says, hey, we're all done, because we're not.
Right.
The process is going to be a big deal.
Right. Well, and I know that a lot of people expressed to me that they felt very dismissed by Ron's email and pretty hurt by it. So, yeah.
Well, I'll stay in touch.
Definitely. Thank you, Mark. I really appreciate it.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.